What's up guys, it's Sam Legend here, back again with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we'll be going over Grand Voyage. So the version 12 update is now out, if you didn't know already. But we now have access to the new game mode, which is Grand Voyage, and the new level limit break system. So I'm not really going to go over too much with the level limit break system, but I think I will make a video regarding it in another video, obviously, because I do have some thoughts on it. It's a really interesting system, and what they've implemented with some of the units already, like Log Luffy, is going to be really good now. I would say really good. He's like way better than what he was. You got V1 Boa, who surprised the crap out of me. I didn't think they were going to make her a 5 times flat booster for Quick and Psy. That's crazy if you ask me. Like, if they're doing that for units like that, who's, I think, previously was, like, terrible, like, god-awful, if they're doing that to units, you can imagine what they'll do to some of the other units. But I'll get into that in the video, like I said. But we also now have access to, like I said, Grand Voyage, which is, bar none, the hardest content in the game so far. Like I honestly thought that Garp challenges would like be like the cap for like difficulty. Now this is, when they said this is going to be difficult, they really meant, they actually made these challenges pretty frustrating and difficult to deal with, especially even starting out. Because the way the Grand Voyage works is that you have these missions right here that you have to complete. If you didn't watch the video, or you just still don't understand what these are, basically, you have these missions right here that you complete in your team building, and when you do, you get these rewards right here. Now, mind you, these missions get increasingly difficult. They get like drastically difficult for no reason. Like, this is like enemy HP up. They mean enemy HP up. Like, it goes from, like, I want to say 20 million to 300 million, maybe. I may be wrong about that. I may be just exaggerating here. But it's just absurd numbers that you have to deal with, and the gimmicks are just annoying. They've only been able to complete the first 3 missions of the Sea Monster, and that's about all I think it can do. Maybe the level 5 is probably easy. Honestly, level 5 is actually easier than a level 4 mission, because you have to complete it with 6 cerebral characters. And so far, I've only seen teams that I've been able to do it with Roger, and Roger is not cerebral, obviously. So it is really difficult. It's really difficult. But in this video, what we're going over is just the first 3 missions being completed with the team that I made. I've only been able to make 1 team, mostly because I just don't have the units or the confidence to go up against this challenge again. I've wasted so much time on this challenge. I may come back to it at a later time, but for right now, I only have the 1 team that was able to do it. So without any further ado, we'll just get right into it. All right, so here we are going to be using this team to take on this this challenge for the Sea Monster for Grand Voyage. Now, this won't be the exact team I'm using. Well, I mean, I'm using these exact units, but the supports are all stat boosting supports. Like, make sure you bring your highest stat boosting supports for this, for like any of the Grand Voyages, because numbers are really everything for these. Like, I've used this team, and I've tried so many times to just kill the boss on the first turn, and every time I've come up short just by a hair. So it is very wise to level limit break if you can. Get the highest stat support units. Get your cotton candy on these units. Like the Rebecca here. The Rebecca here is actually pretty good for this team build right here. Mostly because I actually did max limit break, low limit break her, because, you know, I just went to the unlockable quest, or not the unlockable quest, the recollection archive. I was like, okay, I need this unit to actually do something, and I got her the max. The other ones are like, you got the Versus Shanks, which is at 110, the Viola, which is at 120 with HP cotton candy. You got the Rayleigh, which is at 105, and have a friend Captain Shanks crew, which is at 130. It just really get those numbers up there. But the way this team is going to work is that basically you're going to try to not fly through, but get through as fast as possible, while also getting sight orbs with Shanks, and being able to use his versatility, because you do have interrupts on this stage, especially on the last stage, where if you use a base attack boost, you will basically lose. Like, that's quite literally it. You lose if you use any, if any of the interrupts activate, you just lose. You just quit the game, go do something else. So without any further ado, again, let's get right into the actual mission. Alright guys, here we are about to start the Grand Voyage mission. So this is, like I said, this is the team that we're using, a Roger Shanks crew team. If you just saw, I did check my socket powers because I wanted to make sure that I had the ones I wanted. The slot chance boost is actually pretty useful here for getting versus Shanks ability up fast enough. And that's basically what we're going to be doing for the stalling, is just getting his versus ability. Now, the way the stage is structured on stage 4, regardless of what level you're going to deal with, you're going to do with attack down. Like, that's definite there. So that's why we're using the Viola here, the Royal Recruit Viola. She's really good because she actually works for all the missions. Because on the mission 4, you actually deal with 7 turns of attack down, and she does get rid of exactly that. So she's just really good for this team here, and she does give an orb boost on the turn you activate her special, and if you hit 3 perfects, you get the bigger orb boost on the next turn, which is pretty useful for this team too. Well, we have the Rebecca. This is the Rebecca from the that little extra island mission with the Diamante and the Jesus Burgess. She's actually pretty good for this team build because she actually does give a color affinity boost for 2 different turns. And if you have an attack boost, she actually does extend it by 2 turns. So that's pretty good to extend Roger's attack boost to the next turn. I'm saying next turn because there is a revive stage and it sucks. Like I said, Roger here is for the despair that actually happens, I think either on the initial preemptive of the last stage or on the revive. I can't remember now, but you do get despair, and he's really good to help you out there. Versus Shanks, like I said, is going to be used for his versus ability, mostly because on the last stage you do have an interrupt. If you activate a base attack boost, you basically die because you get binded for 89 turns, and it's ridiculous. So we're basically just using him for his versus ability, which is to defense down the enemy and then use a conditional boost. That's really all he's there for. Now, the Shanks crew is really useful here because he does get rid of the special bind that happens on stage 5, and he does end turn damage, which does get around with resilience on that stage, which is really helpful. And the Rayleigh here is actually going to be for the revive stage because when you do kill the sea monster, he revives, and he does not inflict, but he gives himself 10 turns of damage reduction, which is why. This is ridiculous. So he's just there to help us bypass them. Now, what we're going to be doing on this final stage, though, is we're not going to actually kill Kaguma on this stage. We're going to focus all of our attacks on the sea monsters just to whittle him down and get him down to the 1 so that Shanks Crew can kill him so that he can revive. I failed that so many times, and I had to a little bit break my characters and boost him with the cotton candies just to get him down to revive. And then on the next turn, when we have a boost active still, we're going to be able to kill both Haguma and the sea monster. So I'll just leave you guys for the rest of this clip right here. If you did enjoy today's video, please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And I'll see you guys whenever I can get done with the other missions, I guess. 痛がっている。